Okay, so we did a false start once. I'll try it again now. So in today's call with me, I have Wintermelon from Two All Nighters.
Hello.
We have Scrapes VA.
Yo, what's poppin', my bros?
Oof. and
Sadness.
and Laffy here is Gabby
Hi.
from Gabby is Mediocre.
Yes.
We also have some people who are quiet in chat. Someone named Pidgeon. Metaton's Thighs.
I can't believe he's here.
And Daniel Shrooms, who is currently muted. If he pops in anytime, we'll be sure to reintroduce him again when he does come in. So, for the people who are watching now, yes, if you look in the description, you have a Discord invitation to my limited Discord, my limited space Discord. We're currently at about 20 or so of 25 positions filled. So if you guys want to pop in, you're also free to join the stream itself in the voice chat. Now,
Yep.
let's read some SCPs.
Yay! Back to the tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Oh, boy.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
I'm like especially scared because during the summer, my family actually does grow tomatoes in our backyard.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed, and I make very many bad jokes, so I'm in danger.
Oh no. Is
This
it,
is
is,
fine.
is it bad that I make jokes from on BLT?
All right, let's begin. SCP-504, Object Class Safe. All seeds, plant, fruit, crossbreeds, and other products of SCP-504 are to be classified as SCP-504. 504 seeds need no special containment other than to prevent misuse by unauthorized personnel. SCP 504 plants and researchers assigned to guards and researchers assigned to maturing or growing SCP-504 are to be equipped with radio-enabled masks, which insulate non-transmitted sound and are to be instructed to avoid attempts at humor. Description: 504 is a species of tomato physically and genetically identical to that of the typical commercially grown tomato. It was recovered in Kentucky after a woman reported to the police that her farmer husband has been murdered by his lunch. The Foundation is currently working to identify and destroy loose strains of SCP-504 in the surrounding commercial farming areas. When a poor attempt at humor is made verbally within human hearing range of SCP-504 tomatoes, they instantly accelerate to a speed of above 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers per hour, 45 meters per second, in the direction of the sound source. Only mature tomatoes, separated from their vines, and less than 10% rotted or chemically compromised, exhibit this effect once each. Tomatoes do not have to be physically intact, though ingested tomatoes are usually insulated enough from sound to prevent their effects before neutralization by stomach acid. What a cop-out. SCP-504 tomatoes seem to reach speeds relative to the inciting attempt at humor. See experiment logs. Relevant variables seem to include corniness, humor to length ratio, and use of puns. Language is irrelevant. Note: whoever snuck SCP-504 into the cafeteria kitchen is getting terminated. Those tomato slices are like fucking shurikens.
God, this is great. This is... God.
Okay, so I was intelligent enough to click on the link and get the log of tests with SCP-504.
Oh boy.
So, so for those of you that can, does anyone want to read the stream for some of these test logs?
Oh, I would love to, but I don't know if I'll do well.
You're okay.
ahead.
I can help as well. Like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry. If you want to, you.
Gabby,
what?
you go ahead
Yes.
and go with the first one.
Okay.
Okay.
So do I look at the stream, or are you gonna send me something?
Look at the stream.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll start you off. Log of tests with SCP-504.
Wait a moment. Hold on. Unpause the stream. That would be a good idea. Okay. I need
You need your glasses?
I need my old lady glasses. Hold on.
Okay, well then
You're
we'll
okay.
get Slick to do the first.
Yes.
Let me just.
Get
Item.
your old man leading glasses. I really should have gotten a PDF for you guys too.
You're okay. Don't worry about it. Let me just.
Thank you.
Item.
Okay, I'm not guilty at all. In fact, I was right the whole time.
Okay. Let me just. Item. One mature SCP-504 tomato. Subject D-5041. Spoken. Is a hippopotamus a hippopotamus? Or just a really cool hippopotamus? Result. No change in velocity.
Sorry, I did not read this in advance, but this is a Mitch Hedberg joke. One of the greatest minds of this century. A quote. I like rice. Rice is really cool when you are really hungry and want 2,000 of something. I expected that response. Gabby, continue with the next one.
Okay. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Take your time.
I'm Wait, I'm
Your time.
okay. Okay. Which one are we on?
We're on the second.
I'm sorry, I'm fucking clown.
You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Item. One mature SCP-504 tomato. Subject. D-5041. What's an archaeologist? Someone whose career is in ruins. Tomato clocked at 124 miles per hour. Subject suffered a broken nose.
Nice.
I did it.
Notes.
I mean, I guess that could be nice.
more thing,
I
notes?
don't know. It's probably not so nice. I don't know.
I wouldn't really like a broken nose.
Gabby,
Yeah,
notes?
same here.
Notes.
Oh, the notes. Oh my god. It appears that SCP-504 has a certain taste in jokes. This might indicate the
Indicate.
chat is. I know I said indicate. Sapiens.
Sapiens.
I hope sapiens. Fucking hell. Sapiens. I hope not.
Dr. Blast. Everyone give a round of applause for Gabby and her very first voice acting role. Nope, her second.
Oh, right, this is my second. The first time I played myself in my own comic.
Hey, nice. You did a really good job.
Are you sure about that?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, let's go with the next one. Item.
All right.
One mature SCP-504 tomato. Subjects D-504-2. That's the same person that did the first two, who has the broken nose. Oh wait, no, nope.
Now that was
Nope,
D5041.
that's 50. Nope, that's 504-2. Okay,
Ah.
good. That guy needs a pay raise. That guy needs free dental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoken. 3 tomatoes are walking down the street. A papa tomato, a baba tomato, and a little bat tomato. Babby. Little baby potato. Tomato. Baby tomato starts lagging behind. Papa tomato gets angry, goes over to the baby tomato, and smooshes him, and says, catch up. Result. Tomato clocked in at 264 miles per hour. Subject rendered unconscious. Well,
Well, shit.
Just like imagining a tomato just like sitting there silently, and then suddenly just like fucking Mach 50 just.
Mach 4, instant.
Just like instant kill.
God.
Fatality. Wipeout.
Never joke about my family again.
Game end. Oof. Times 3. Alright.
Sorry.
Item 1 mature SCP-504 tomato. Subject D504. Oh, 3 504 tomatoes, each from a different crossbreed. Subject D504-4. Spoken. If you have dentures, don't use artificial sweetener, cause you'll get a fake cavity. Result. All 3 tomatoes clocked at exactly 145 miles per hour. Subject injured. 2 teeth dislodged.
Yikes.
Oh no, that's... Oh dear.
Item 1 mature SCP-504 tomato, split into quarters. Subject 504-5. I tried to walk into Target, but I missed. Result. All 4 pieces clocked at 212 miles per hour. Subject severely injured. Right eye destroyed by piece of tomato.
Oh god.
Oh. Well then. All
This
Remember,
wow.
this guy needs more than free dental.
remember,
right. Yeah.
this is classified as safe.
Well, I mean, if you don't tell jokes, man.
Yeah.
Item 1 mature SCP-504 tomato. Subject CD player playing Harmful If Swallowed. Copyright 2003, Dane Cook. Wow, that's dating ourselves. Results. At tomato clocked at 167 miles per hour. CD player destroyed.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Imagine if somebody sung the song.
It's not. It's a comedy album by
I know.
Dane Cook.
Fuck. Everyone knows I'm 8 years old now.
No.
Everyone
It's
knows.
dating me because I remember Dane Cook being a thing. Dane Cook was the biggest guy on MySpace.
Oh god.
Crap.
And you Zoomers have no idea who the fuck this guy is.
I've heard his name, but that's about it.
He was
That's-
like...
I
Do you guys even remember Russell Peters?
Who?
Exactly! That's a guy that was like... He was like a 2010s comedian.
Heck.
Alright. Result. At Clocked 167 miles per hour. CD player destroyed. Notes. It works with recordings? Damn it. Didn't even have to deal with Class Ds in the first place. Dr. Blast. Alright.
Poor Dr. Blast.
Yeah.
Poor Dr. Blast. He didn't have to deal with this shit. Item. 3 mature... I mean, it's better that and not like 173, the one that snaps your neck if you blink while looking at in its presence.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Item. 3 mature SCP-504 tomatoes, 1 for each test subject. Subject. After the introduction to the following news item, bomb blows hole in Lenin statue, the 3 following jokes were made. Test subject 1. Ooh, that's gonna leave a marks. Result. Tomato number 1 twitched, but did not displace from its original location.
Ooh.
Test subject 2. BBC is just stalling the good news. Result. Tomato clocked at 152 miles per hour. Chipped tooth and hairline jaw fracture.
Oh god.
Oh my dear lord.
Test subject 3. That blows! Result. Tomato clocked at... Subject is hospitalized with a massive skull fracture.
Holy crap. These are some strong tomatoes.
Like, but the speed, it's still a tomato, right? Like,
Yeah.
like the
It's
speed
still a
doesn't.
tomato,
How
but
does it?
still, it's maximum
like-
velocity. 100 miles per hour.
I don't know how science works. Like, I would say that would the speed change the damage, but I don't know, a thing.
Okay, I turned my volume up a little after someone commented in the chat. Okay, the next one. Notes. I thought we just established that recordings work in place of live subjects. I know how much you guys hate the Class Ds, especially 504-012. Poor guy might not even recover before termination rolls around. But I'm making it clear that whoever oversaw this round of testing is getting a serious reprimand. The same goes for whoever leaked its video logs to the staff.
Oof.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is... Wow, I'm liking that. This is internally consistent because they already established you could just do a recording. That's
Yeah.
good. I like this. Alright. Item. 1 mature SCP-504 tomato. Subject. Television playing the SNL Sarah Palin and Hillary Clinton skit. Result. Tomato reacted as if confused. Slow motion videos shows 3 separate bursts of speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour. 2 incidences of motion at normal throwing speeds, and 1 unprecedented instance of backward motion, all in the one trajectory. Dr. King hypothesizes that the tomato was unsure whether or not to take it seriously. So it was... So basically, it went and then stopped, continued, stopped, went back a little, went forward, and then decided, stay still. This isn't an actual joke. Item. 1 mature SCP-504 tomato. Subject. A portable computer playing a pre-recorded engineering joke. Transcript. 2009 is going to be a complex year. We already know the real part. We still have to find the imaginary part. Result.
God, math jokes. Why? Oh, sorry if I interrupted.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Supersonic blast detected. Computer was completely vaporized by the tomato's kinetic energy.
Oh my
Sensor-
god.
Sensor readings indicate an approximate speed of 3,500 kilometers per hour, 2,174 miles per hour.
God.
Just, like, I know I've said this before, but that mental image.
Yeah, that's
of a computer being vaporized by a tomato.
oh my. Yeah, that is certainly a mental image. Yeah, that's oh God.
All right, last one. One mature SCP-504 tomato. Subject: a portable computer playing a partial audio. Oh no, it's not even the transcript. A portable computer playing a partial audio recording of the Monty Python sketch, "The Funniest Joke in the World." Transcript: Wenn ist das Nunstück geht und Slotomeier? Ja, bei Hund das oder die Flipperwelt gesput. Result: tomato explodes. Debris clocked at 137 miles per hour. Computer heavily coated by debris. Keyboard ruined by exposure to liquid matter. All other components proved functional after cleanup.
Huh.
Hmm.
Was the joke, like, actually funny and that fucked the tomato up?
Yeah, because it's the funniest joke in the world.
Oh,
I-
obviously.
yeah.
How
Oh
could
man,
I?
this is it. No, this is no. I see. No one else is laughing, but I get this reference because it was a Monty Python sketch. That's the guy with man, I'm not even gonna bother saying any of their names. One of the guys that were involved in it was the same guy who is the lead guy in Doctor House.
Huh.
Mhm.
That's back in their old days. Actually, that guy's British and he has an accent. He puts on an American accent.
Huh.
Huh.
Yeah. So in that one,
Usually it's sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah,
usually
it's-
it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in that sketch, The Funniest Joke in the World, the idea was that it was World War One, and some guy wrote the funniest joke in the world, and anyone that read it died laughing, and so the British Army decided to weaponize it by translating it to German,
Oh boy.
and then advancing to the trenches, reading the joke, and every German that heard it died laughing.
Oh God.
What was the joke?
Wenn ich das Nunstück geht und Slotomeier.
Well, you see, the thing is,
wie Hunde das oder die Flipperwelt gesput.
Lou, I don't understand German.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm learning it, but I still don't understand this.
I got ja
Yeah, same.
and das, which is like is, I think.
Yeah.
Item: one mature SCP-504 tomato. Subject: a portable computer playing the text of SCP-904. Result: data expunged. 904. Let's quickly do a quick Google search.
All right.
SCP-904.
You know what? I might as well break out Google Translate. Let me just.
Or you can. Somebody's probably translated it before. You could probably just look it up.
Let me see. Funniest in the world. Monty Python translation. The German translation of the joke in the sketch is made of various meaningless German-sounding nonce words, and so it does not have an English translation.
Oh.
Apparently, Google Translate tells you that if you type it in.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
Good to
Oh
know.
yeah,
Good to know.
SCP-904 appears to be some sort of suicide poem.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh.
that was a That's a good thing to end on.
Okay.
Next, SCP 2006. Too spooky! Object
God.
class, Keter. Special containment procedures. SCP-2006 is to be contained at Site-118 in an airtight containment cell. SCP-2006 must be constantly monitored for changes in form, which are to be noted immediately. All personnel coming into contact with SCP-2006 are required to enroll in an acting course with a focus on expressing fear and surprise. Every month, 2006 is to be shown at least one new extremely low-quality horror or science fiction movie containing horror elements. All interaction with SCP-2006 must confirm that SCP-2006 continues to believe that said works demonstrate a superb grasp of horror. Description: 2006 is an anomalous spherical entity roughly 50 centimeters in diameter when it's in default state. 2006's stated goal is to cause feelings of fear and or horror in as many people as possible. To accomplish this purpose, 2006 possesses the ability to change shape, mass, volume, density, chemical structure, and voice to any form it desires. Currently, there is no known way to damage 2006. The extent of its shape-shifting abilities is unknown and is currently thought to be unlimited. Currently, 2006 has demonstrated a fondness for taking the forms of various entities and villains from the various horror and science fiction movies it has witnessed. The most common form of 2006 has taken is that of Ro-Man from the 1953 movie Robot Monster. 2006 is capable of speaking even when it possesses the form of an entity that is normally unable to speak. 2006 generally attempts to startle or scare any individual it comes in contact with, but after doing so will become affable and friendly. The reason behind this is currently unknown. Although 2006 has repeatedly stated its goal of causing as much fear as possible, 2006 is a poor judge of concepts that cause fear in humans, and constantly searches for new methods in which to accomplish its goal. This poor recognition extends to recognition of emotions in humans, as 2006 is incapable of distinguishing between subtle differences in emotion that would be obvious to a human. Interview log. Does anyone want to read with me here? One being the interviewer and one being the interviewee?
Oh, sure.
Okay. You will be the interviewer. You are
Okay.
Dr. Luef. In a
All right.
couple of seconds, the stream will catch up.
Yep.
So, interview log SCP-2006. Interviewer, Dr. Luef. Interviewee, SCP-2006. Dr. Luef enters the room. 2006 is seen crouched near the door. 2006 is in its Ro-Man form. 2006 proceeds to leap out of its crouch, throwing its arms in the air. I will begin, and I'll read the things in between.
Okay.
Fear me, mortal! I am the mighty Ro-Man! Cower in fear! Dr. Luef screams and stumbles backwards, raising his hand in protection.
Please, mighty Ro-Man, don't hurt me.
It's just me, Doc. I got you pretty good, didn't I?
SCP-2006? Oh, dear Lord, you really frightened me there. I was about to have a heart attack.
It's what I do, Doc. Boo! Dr. Luef stumbles again. Still got it. So, was there, something that you wanted to talk about, Doc?
Just waiting for it to catch up. Oh, there we go. Yes. I was wondering, why exactly do you feel the need to cause fear in others?
Yeah, I don't understand the question.
That is, why do you scare people?
Oh, that's an easy one. I scare people because it's fun. And you know, it's what I do. Just like you do the doctory stuff, I do scary stuff. I'm the best at it! I don't really see what else there is about it.
That you are. I'll take my leave then.
Come back around soon. I'll have some really scary stuff next time. By the way, I will eat your soul!
Let me out of here! I'm going to die of fright!
Addendum. The current site director for Site 118 has issued the following memorandum regarding SCP-2006. I've been getting reports of some of the lax behavior regarding SCP-2006. Many personnel have been heard laughing at SCP-2006 during surveillance when it watches a new movie, or when it attempts to scare individuals. Some personnel have heard questioning why 2006 is classified as a Keter entity. I am here to remind you, a Keter entity is a Keter entity, regardless of how innocuous it may seem. No, SCP-2006 is not a rampaging demigod, nor is it a regenerating super lizard. However, it possesses the same level of danger as any other Keter that the Foundation has contained. Think of 2006's purpose. It wishes to scare people. Imagine what would happen if SCP-2006 broke containment and found out what really scared people. Imagine if it saw the horror and fear of war, or the concepts of paranoia, phobias common to each and every human being. Imagine if it found the true horror of a nuclear holocaust or an XK-class scenario. Now, couple that with an entity that possesses shape-shifting abilities with no known limits, and you'll understand why it's classified as Keter. All personnel mentioned above have been suitably disciplined. I do not want to hear about this again. Dr. Randall Owings, Site 118 Director.
Oh, dang.
Well, I threw that in there because even though most of these are silly, and even Too Spooky itself is also silly, there is a real need and a reason for why the SCP Foundation exists. And so that I found was like a good kind of reminder to bring us back in when I was trying to figure out an order to put these in.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. So even though these are silly on their face, they still have there's still a reason. There's a reason why they're in there and not just kept in, say, a locker somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, okay,
Mhm.
I looked up what Roman looks like.
Yeah.
I put it in the text to voice chat.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
would you want to describe that to chat, Lou, or are you gonna just leave everybody else to wonder?
Dang. I don't see it yet.
Really?
The last one is from Jonathan Topside. I speak German and I do not understand what it is supposed to say.
No. Like
No,
in
in
the
text to
server.
voice in the
Oh, right.
You can't post photos on YouTube.
No, you can.
You can?
Opened up your thing in another tab, and now I'll post it into the live stream. There. Anyone who is watching the live stream now, you can click that link I just posted there. It's a Discord app link, so it's pretty safe. And you'll post. That's Roman right there.
That's Roman.
That's a Roman from tip to toe.
That's what he looks like.
That's a Roman.
Isn't he beautiful?
Yep.
Yes. So, I'm going to read another one, and then we're going to do, we're going to have not an intermission, but rather a special reading that's not SCP related, but I think you guys will like it. I think I'll actually try and put that into its own little video later.
Oh, heck.
Ooh.
So, this next one is SCP-871, Self-Replacing Cake.
Huh.
Object class, Keter. Now, the tomatoes is classified as safe. Roman, the too spooky one, is Keter. This one, a cake that replaces itself, is also Keter. So we're going to find out why a cake that just replaces itself as a concept is so dangerous that it could be that it's as dangerous as the neck snapping or the one that kills you if you look at its face. All right. Special containment procedures. Each recurrence of SCP-871 is to be maintained within a separate, locked, concrete cell on a metal platform permanently affixed to the surface of an immovable wooden table. Each cell housing a recurrence of 871 is to be monitored on a 24-hour basis via closed-circuit camera, with individual feeds checked every 15 minutes. Upon creation of an instance 871, 3 Class D personnel are to be escorted by an armed guard to its cell, where they are to be sealed with the instance and induced to consume it. No more than 1 hour may be spent performing this task. In cases where additional motivation is needed, the termination of one of the Class D personnel assigned to an instance of 871 is authorized. Upon completion of the consumption of an instance, no participants may exit the cell until both they and the room have been thoroughly searched to confirm that no portions remain. The platter, table, and room are then to be cleaned in preparation for the next instance. Class D personnel who prove cooperative in the consumption of an 871 may volunteer to participate in additional consumptions. Personnel exhibiting exceptional usefulness may have their monthly termination postponed. Such personnel are under no circumstances to be allowed to interact with any other SCP objects. No desserts of any kind are to be served on-site at any facility housing a recurrence of SCP-871. So, does anyone have any idea why they're so uptight about this cake?
I can't quite figure it out. I'm thinking, but it doesn't duplicate, it just replaces itself.
Yeah. Does it, explode or something? I don't know.
Does it poison you if you... I don't understand.
Well,
Yeah, this is a bit confusing.
Let's find out. Description.
Oh, boy.
871 is a collection of 237 cakes.
Oh.
Instances of 871 vary widely in appearance and size, covering the entire range of foods described by humans as cake. The smallest observed instance of 871 was a miniature cupcake with the mass of 15 grams. The largest yet observed was a 22-kilogram Baumkuchen measuring 2 meters in length. When an instance of 871 is consumed by a human or a collection of humans, it is replaced approximately 24 hours afterwards with a similar cake. This cake will appear on a flat surface in the vicinity of the location where the previous instance was eaten. If any of these cakes is substantially damaged, through any means other than being eaten by a human, including being eaten by a non-human animal, it will be replaced instantaneously. Instances recreated in this manner maintain the schedule of the original instance. The mechanism by which instances of 871 are replaced is currently unknown. Individual recurrences of 871 have been observed to mutate over time, varying in minor characteristics between each instance, with larger changes occurring in roughly 5% of replacements. No deleterious effects have been observed to result from the consumption of 871, even in cases where several instances have been consumed, excepting those expectable from eating large amounts of cake. 871's danger originates in the consequences of an instance not being eaten. Any instance of 871 which is not consumed will cause a new cake to be created in its vicinity after 24 hours.
Oh, it does duplicate!
Oh boy.
While this is similar to its normal replacement behavior, the original instance will continue to exhibit the same properties, replicating if damaged and continuing to replace itself every 24 hours. This behavior has been observed in all cases where more than 10% of the mass of an instance remained unconsumed. As there is no known mechanism for halting 871's replication, an uncontained instance could replicate exponentially, quickly becoming unmanageable. No maintainable plans for the containment of more than 20,000 instances of SCP-871 have yet been devised. It is estimated that an uncontrolled outbreak originating with a single instance would render the Earth uninhabitable within 80 days.
Oh my god.
This cake could single-handedly end the world. Holy crap.
Okay. I didn't like cake before, but you see, the thing is, now I don't anymore. Just flat out, goodbye
Oh
cake.
no. Oh
Gentlemen,
no.
the cake was not a lie.
Oh my god.
Mind a fucking blown.
No wonder why you never got your hands on that cake.
Okay. So now we're going to do a bit of a non sequitur. We're going to make a we're going to go off the beaten path here and do something non SCP related for just 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, has anyone been following with what the fuck has been going on with Onision and Chris Hansen?
Oh my god,
Oh,
yeah!
I've heard the details and oh god. Oh god.
I have been following this story for since the beginning, since Chris Hansen started posting 144p videos on a YouTube channel alongside copyrighted content and materials, putting 100 updates a day up until he was looking at streamers, and then when he finally started looking at Onision.
Oh my god.
And Jesus Christ, it has become something. So I'm going to post this in the text channel in the Discord, and in a couple of seconds I'll put this in the live stream chat. But Onision in response posted a series of freak out videos where he goes nuts, balls to the walls, shouting, gibbering, crying, jumping up and down, pouring stuff on himself, crying in a bathtub, whatever it is.
Oh my! I saw
I-
it. Like I think.
And I just want to do. There is this one freak out video that he did that I just want to like. I am just like this. I know to some extent he probably has like, okay, I'm going to do this, and this. I'm going to mention these things, and I'm going to bring in this prop. But I don't really know that he like has a specific script. And someone made a transcription of his most notable freakout. The one with the kombucha.
Oh my god!
So I just want to do my own rendition. If you guys don't mind.
I don't mind. at
Go
all.
off. Go off.
Okay. If you guys laugh at any point, don't worry about it. I'm recording this in Audacity as well, just so that it'll only pick up my microphone. So if you guys go like at any point, don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Posted on Reddit by Euclidus the Dragon 1 month ago. A transcript of Onision's mental breakdown from our Onision, featuring Lose Dubs. Wow. So you guys are so into yourselves, like you are so committed to censoring innocent people that you're just gonna go and try and get my Patreon deleted. Now, you have an opinion of me? So you're just gonna go and try and ruin my entire career. Really? Is that what you're gonna do? Oh, I'm sorry. The FBI never showed up. Oh, I'm sorry. The cops are all about Onion Boy. Because turns out I didn't break a single law. So what do we do? Oh, so what do we do? Well, our opinions have been invalidated so many times of him, so that we're just gonna disable his Patreon. Whoa, wow. You would really do that. You would really do that, huh? You tried to do the FBI, but it didn't work. You tried to do the police. Didn't work. So instead, you resort to the paycheck. And you got it. You got it. All my patrons have been deleted. Are you happy? No. Is this what you wanted, huh? Is that what you wanted? A total meltdown? Yeah. You like kombucha? I love kombucha. Drinks like pee and smells even worse. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My Patreon's deleted. My Patreon. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm covered in kombucha and I have no more Patreons. You did this to me. All of you. And that has been my rendition.
That was beautiful. You
God, I was
captured
trying so
his-
hard not to die of laughter.
I turned myself on Twitch to talk. Let's all clap for Leo.
Thank you. Thank you. I really tried. I listened to it about four or five times today just to try and remember the complexities of it. But there's just so many little things that are just hilarious about it that that are just like just this enunciation he goes with, like the random slurring on certain things. Not even like I tried to overact it, and I don't think I did it justice. Like I think I would have to do I would have to listen to it 10 times back to back immediately before doing it before I did the whole thing properly the way that he did it.
God, I saw the more recent one where he's like holding like the tissue. I saw a video where it's like every time he says vocode, it gets vocoded. Anyway, on with the SCPs.
All right, yeah.
Heck
So,
yeah.
do you guys want to help me out for a minute? With this. So what I want to do is have one of you guys just read the first page, just so I can just drink water and just kind of get my voice back into it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure thing. Please
Okay.
take care of your voice.
Oh yeah, thank you, buddy.
Especially after reenacting such a powerful piece.
Indeed.
Thank you. All right, yeah. So if one of you wants to do you could say take turns with paragraph,
Sure.
and I'll just
I'm fine with
slowly
whatever.
scroll down.
I'll be able to
Alright.
handle that.
All right, so I'll just start you guys off. SCP. Yeah. So, Winter, when you yeah, you'll go first. Start when I stopped. I will go. You will start with the containment procedures. So,
Alright.
SCP-1162, A Hole in the Wall, featuring Gabius Mediocre and Wintermelons.
Alright.
Item SCP-1162, Object Class Euclid.
Elucid.
Euclid.
Sorry.
Elucid.
Euceline.
Begin.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1162 is currently contained in a standard 5x5x5 meter chamber at Site 31. SCP-1162 must be activated at least once weekly to prevent a containment breach. If it is not activated, it randomly shifts location, as detailed below.
So we're going paragraph by paragraph?
Yippee.
Yeah.
Epic. SCP-1162 is currently in a hole in... is currently a hole in the cinder block wall of Containment Chamber 4 at Site 31. It measures at approximately 14.5 centimeters across and has a variable depth which changes based on its current user. A portion of cinder block is currently visible through the hole. However, no light source has been able to illuminate any portion of the interior beyond that. The hole always appears to be dark.
SCP-1162 is activated when a sentient being reaches into the hole to the depth that the girth of their arm allows, at which point their fingers touch a solid surface similar in feel to the current location of SCP-1162, and they discover an item small enough to fit through the hole below their fingertips. These items have universally been recognized as something that the user has lost, or was searching for at some point during their life. However, upon retrieval of the item, another item will vanish from the person of the subject. In addition, Any object placed into SCP-1162 will disappear as soon as it is no longer in contact with the person.
If SCP-1162 is not activated at least once every 168 hours, it will randomly shift location to another stone, concrete, or brick wall or floor within a radius not yet shown to exceed 200 kilometers. The previous hull remains, but shows no abnormal properties. Attempts to destroy SCP-1162 or view it from behind have caused
Yeah. Don't leave it right there.
Hello?
Yeah, you can't just scroll through it and
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I just muted someone. Rodden, Rodden Gandiar, your mic is on, and you got people playing whatever. All right, I'm gonna unmute
That's
you
not
now.
very cash money.
And it is
No!
okay. Okay.
Okay.
Rodden, I'm just going to at you in the Discord. Deal with your audio / mic. And when you're ready, I'll unmute you and you can join the call with us.
Anyways.
All right.
Where did I leave off?
I sound mean. I sound mean in the Discord, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just deal with it. All right. Where? I have no idea where you left off.
I think I left. Okay. Attempts to destroy SCP-1162 or view it from behind have caused an immediate shift in location, regardless of the time since the last shift.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Just waiting a bit.
I'll do the next one.
Sure thing. I'm fine with that. Or what?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Ah.
Just
Yes.
waiting.
Oh, Raptor. Hello.
Hi, I exist.
Don't worry. And Rodden, I muted you because you got music going on. Make your room less quiet or less noisy.
Get that heckin' stuff out of my plane of existence, please.
Yeah. Stop that music or whatever's going on. All right.
That was not very plus ultra of you, but yeah.
All right. So where were we?
Addendum.
Addendum.
SCP-1162 was discovered by Agent Parks of Mobile Task Force Zeta-9, aka Mole Rats, during a routine investigation of an area affected by SCP-184. It was, at the time, a hole in a concrete floor in a service tunnel under redacted China. Agent Parks dropped his flashlight into the hole accidentally, and upon reaching into the hole, received a copy of Super Mario Bros. 2 for the NES, with his name written on the back in Sharpie. Upon a later inventory check, it was discovered that a standard ration pack was missing from Agent Parks' supplies. SCP-1162 was experimented with on-site for 3 months before it was left unactivated for a week, and shifted to a wall inside an abandoned office building in India. It was then allowed to shift again and lost, though rumors of a magic hole surfaced in Netherlands, Venice, Egypt, and Greenland. On April 16th, 2000 and redacted, it appeared at the current location in Site 31 and has been contained there ever since.
Good. Okay, so we have some new challengers. So now, we had Wintermelon already before. We had Gabby, but now welcoming first of all, RaptorVA from Two All-Nighters.
Hi, I exist.
Who just read the addendum there. And We have Daniel here, who I see is unmuted now. Hey, Danny.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey, yeah. Danny has drawn quite a few pieces of fan art for me, drawing pictures of me, and I'm very appreciative of it. And it's always nice whenever Danny pops by. We also have Rotten Candy Art. Rodden? Okay, it's fine, Rod. Yeah. Well, Ron's muted for now, but if Ron wants to say hello at any time, absolutely free to. We have 2 more people who are muted, Pidgeum and Arena, good friend. Now, we are ready for the next. And if anyone wants to pop in and say hi, hey, hello, or laugh with me, we're free to. Okay, so now we got testing logs. So just to go over what has happened, SCP-1162, a hole in the wall, is a hole that will take something. If you basically, it's like a trade. It will if you offer it something to the hole in the wall, it will give you something back that you may or may not have lost. I say may or may not because sometimes people retrieve stuff and they're like, was this mine? Because it could be something from your childhood or something. And you just would not know. You just wouldn't remember. So, if you guys would like, we can go ahead and just do a blast through it. If anyone wants to read one of these, read them. They're really short, and I took quite a few of them. We might even just go through 5 or 10 and just skip them, because there's a lot of these test logs. Yeah. So anyone is free to just interrupt after the next one and immediately start reading. So I'll start us off with the first one. Subject: Agent K. Item retrieved. 1. Standard issue M1911A1 magazine. Empty. Item lost. Wallet, but not contents of wallet. Notes: man, I like that wallet. At least it left my money.
Subject: Dr. Clef. Item retrieved. 1. Package of Aquila ukulele strings. Item lost. 1 package of Daddario ukulele strings. Notes: well, that's a fair trade, I guess.
Subject D4010. Notes: 40 D40-10 was wearing only a standard Foundation D-class uniform with no shoes, socks, or jewelry, and has no other items on his person during the test. Item retrieved. 1 half-full bottle of Wild Turkey bourbon. Item lost. 1 Foundation D-class uniform. Notes: that was expected.
Subject for D4010. Note: D4010 was wearing. No. Subject was naked and holding no items at the time. Item received: 1987 driver's license for D4010. Item lost: subject complained of intense abdominal pain upon removing his hand from SCP-1162, then collapsed. It was discovered that his left kidney was missing, and all vessels leading to the kidney cleanly severed. Notes: future tests must take place while clothed, with at least one object on the person of the subject.
So basically, they decided, okay, well, if it will take your uniform, let's take the uniform away and just have them do it naked. And the D-class personnel 4010 got straight up Shanghai Knights. He got his kidney got.
Oh boy.
It's like, just like, I don't think that's a fair trade, especially since got an old driver's license
Yeah,
that
but that's the thing. Is that
Yeah.
you didn't leave it with a choice. What's it going to do? Like, take a strand of your hair? Actually,
I mean-
that sounds reasonable.
that sounds a lot more reasonable than taking your whole ass kidney.
Yeah.
All right. Subject, agent,
Yeah.
gate. Item retrieved. Data redacted. Item lost. Shoelace from agent left shoe. Notes. Agents actively searching for biological or mimetic agents or entering Keter class SCP objects are forbidden to use SCP 1162 without a full security complement present. SCP 1162 is open for testing by any person with level 1 or greater clearance level. The extended testing logs are located here. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to have a look at a couple of these. And if they're entertaining enough, we'll keep with this. So this, I would like to do like a lightning round. Feel free to just start. I'll just start us off. So SCP-1162 extended testing log. Please note all tests with the following format. Subject, item retrieved, item lost, notes. Subject, Dr. King. Item retrieved, 1-1. Plastic bag containing 492 apple seeds. Item lost, 1-1. Rolex, wristwatch, gold.
Oh my god.
Yikes. Do you ever feel like just losing your really expensive watch for a gosh dang bunch of seeds?
Oh boy.
You just like forget wealth. I'm gonna plant a tree.
I'm redeeming myself.
Save the world, plant a tree.
Hashtag team trees.
Hashtag I
like,
stand with
wait.
the environment.
Wait a
Hashtag
minute.
Team Apple.
Maybe this is a perfect way to get to deal with SCP-049 because they're a doctor and Apple Date keeps the doctor away.
Nice.
Perfect.
He just like you're just getting assaulted by 049. You're just holding Apple. He's like, my weakness.
And then he says,
It holds the
no
best.
mere apple can stop me. And then you belt him with apples. And that's how you stop 049.
You just
The
throw
doctor.
apples.
Alright. Subject, Senior Researcher Grant. Note. Senior Researcher Grant came in with the intention of testing continuously and had on his person 60 standard pens. Item retrieved. 1-1. Set of keys to a 1988 Buick LeSabre. Item lost. 1-1. Pen. Notes. I sold this car for a long time ago. Damn.
Item received. 1-1 medium-sized condom in wrapper. Item lost. 1-1 pen. Notes. I think I lost this back in high school.
Along with
Damn,
virginity.
Damn, no wonder why I'm a father.
Item retrieved. 1-1. Paperback copy of Fahrenheit 451. Item lost. 1 pen. Notes. I was just looking for this the other day.
Item retrieved. 1 pen. Confirmed to be from a previous test. Item lost. 1 pen. Notes. Huh. Would you look at that?
These are gold. I love these. Except the fact it's not gold. That damn SCP took my wristwatch.
Senior
Give it
research-
back.
Yeah. Senior Researcher Grant proceeded to test an additional 30 times, each losing and gaining 1 standard ballpoint pen. Alright. Subject D1144. Subject was instructed to think about a screwdriver he had lost while working as a mechanic for all tests. Item retrieved. 1 1. Passport for D1144, dated 1996. Item lost. 1 1. Pen.
Item retrieved. 1 plastic bag containing approximately 4 grams of cocaine. Cocaine. I did read that right. Item lost. 1 pen. Notes. Items confiscated immediately. Damn.
No.
I was going to use that real good.
Item retrieved. 1 screwdriver, but not the one he was thinking of. Item lost. 1 pen. Additional tests showed no ability to guide what object is retrieved. Subject, Agent Luminous. Note, Agent Luminous hypothesized that SCP-1162 becomes recursive when fed a large number of similar items, and had in his possession several small items from his locker.
Item retrieved. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Item retrieved. 1 pair of generic sunglasses, black. Item lost. 1 SCP Foundation ID badge. Note: Agent Luminous has been given a replacement. However, after this test, 1162 ate it will no longer be allowed as an excuse for losing your badge. Leave it outside the testing area.
It's like, why is this god is 1162 the new dog?
Item retrieved. 1 512 megabyte stick of RAM. Item lost. 1 small salt shaker. Notes: item donated to site IT department for spare use.
Item retrieved. A match set of 7 Matryoshka nesting dolls. Nested. Item lost. 1 MasterCard debit card. Notes: well, it's a good thing I don't have to explain to the bank how I lost it.
Yikes. And now, a hole has taken your credit card. Now you may never be able to buy anything again because you'll be in debt.
Sorry for interrupting, but Gabby said that they had to go.
Okay, that's fine.
Take care.
Thanks for stopping by, Gabby, if you're listening. It's nice to have you on.
Catch you later. Oh, okay. Item retrieved. 1 K-bar combat knife, heavily rusted. Item lost. At first glance, nothing. However, on closer examination, Agent Luminous's sidearm was shown to be missing the firing pin. Notes: I'm going to leave while I'm still ahead.
Subject, Researcher Veldy. Item retrieved. A small plastic box containing various Lego pieces. Item lost. 1 fishing license. Of course this happens right before a fishing trip. Item retrieved. 1 Vizio brand television remote control. Item lost. 1 iPhone. Notes: son of a Subjects. Sergeant Hendricks. Item retrieved. 1 1989 train tickets to LA. Item lost. Left combat boot. Notes: well, I don't think I can refund this ticket for a new boot. Item retrieved. Left combat boot. Item lost. Right combat boot. Notes: odd. Item retrieved. Right combat boot. Item lost. Left combat boot. Notes: now it's just with me.
Okay. Subject are age 7. Note: subject has been born and raised in a compound of the recently disrupted cult. where personal ownership of objects was not permitted. Item retrieved. 1 deciduous tooth canine. Item lost. 1 US quarter. 2002. Notes. Subject given amnestics and returned to civilian society.
Huh. That's actually, I was reading through this, this one in particular, and I was like, huh. Like, is this a reference to something? It owned a dog tooth because they weren't allowed to own things. So they didn't have toys, but she did, or he or she did find this tooth. And I guess that's something that they could keep in a pocket or in their hand or whatever, or under their mattress. Yeah, I just found that to be strange, and I just wondered if it was a reference. So next.
Do you want to know what I also think is strange?
Oh.
The boot. Yes, fun. What do you want?
All right, I'll read through these ones quickly for Agent Richards.
Okay.
So, subject Agent Richards. Note: subject requested permission to attempt to retrieve a memory card lost during exploration of redacted. Subject furnished with 10 identical memory cards to attempt to facilitate similar loss and gain pattern. Item retrieved. 1 dental retainer. Item lost. 1 memory card. Notes: Mom never did let me forget losing that. Item retrieved. 1 pack of cigarettes. Waterlogged. Item lost. 1 memory card. Item retrieved. 1 memory card. Damaged. Item lost. 1 memory card. Notes: ID confirmed. ID tag confirmed it was the one lost in that snipe hunt. Looks like it was partially crushed. I'm not looking forward to explaining the loss of $bucks worth of equipment to get back some soggy smokes and a useless wreck. Subject D5524. Note: D5524 was carrying a Keter-class object SCP in a passive state to see if 1162 could be considered as a containment option for troublesome small SCP objects. Item retrieved. 1 set of iHome capsule speakers without cord. Item lost. SCP. Notes: D5524 was terminated immediately afterwards.
Huh. Well, that serves you frickin' right.
Let me see. Subject D5566. Note: D5566 was chosen because she had no knowledge of SCP redacted or the previous experiment of sorry, it's a bit blunt. Or the previous experiment. A full security complement was on hand, with sufficient tools to contain the object were it to reappear. Item retrieved. SCP redacted. In active state. Item lost. Unknown. Notes: D5566 was immediately killed by SCP redacted upon removing it from SCP-1162. No other fatalities were experienced. SCP redacted was returned to containment without incident. It appears that if used as a disposal chute, the next item pulled out will be the last one deliberately put in. Due to the transitional nature of SCP-1162, if not used regularly, this poses an unacceptable risk of containment breach if used in this fashion. No further testing in this area will be allowed.
Fair. Alright. Subject, Agent White. Item retrieved. 1 well-worn tube sock. Clean, labeled Hanes. Item lost. Contact lens. Left eye. Notes: really? I'm wearing about 4 layers of cold weather gear and it takes my friggin' contact lens? Item retrieved. 1 pay scale warrant as written out to Agent White for level prior to demotion on 04-1. Item lost. Contact lens. Right eye. Notes. Okay, now we're talking. If I can see this correctly, does this mean I'm getting my old pay rate back? Note. Agent White did not technically lose her previous pay rate. Human Resources agrees that Agent White voluntarily relinquished her previous pay rates through her documented substandard performance in the aforementioned reporting period. As one cannot find what one does not lose, her pay rate will remain at its current lesser rate.
Well, that's just unfortunate.
Oh no.
Now you can't see. You should have brought glasses.
Item retrieved. Redacted. Item lost. Undergarments. No! Wait, this is mine! I'm married! What would I even need something like this for? Okay, stick a fork in me, I'm done. I mean, this is ridiculous. Head researcher note. Inquiries into the nature of the retrieved item will remain unanswered, and additionally be reported to Human Resources.
I have an idea.
I have an idea too. And it involves having a seat.
You cut out there, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, I was saying I have an
Perfectly
idea
fine.
too, and it involves having a seat.
I mean,
Take a seat, young Skywalker. I'm funny, trust me. Anyway, let's go to the next one.
Yes.
Subject, Dr. Neyman. Note, Dr. Neyman conducted all tests while holding his office waste basket, which was full at the time. Item received, 1 CD of the edutainment game Dinosaur Hunter without case. How fitting for me. Item lost, 1 soda can. Notes, I remember this. I left it in the family computer when I was 11, and Mum took it out and put it in an easily memorable place. Never saw it again. Item received, 1 pair of eyeglasses matching Dr. Neyman's current prescription. Item lost, unknown object from deep in the wastebasket. Notes, lost these on a trip to Seattle last year. I'll keep them as spares. Item received, 1 512 megabyte flash drive. Item lost, 1 crumpled up document. Notes, from middle school, at least the experience taught me to keep backups. Item received, 1 paperback copy of Furies of Calderon. Item lost, the wastebasket itself. Remaining contents unaffected. Oops, didn't think of that. Head researcher notes. This is the first time that SCP-1162 has taken an object too large to fit inside of it. Any further tests by this individual should be closely observed.
Subject, Dr. Human. Item retrieved, 1 2 gigabyte flash drive with his name carved onto metal casing. Item lost, all body hair, internal and external. Notes.
Oof.
Well, beats getting waxed, I suppose.
That's what I call a shave.
oh no.
That was good.
Subject, Agent Luminous. Item retrieved, 1 copy of the issue 1 of the X-Men 1963. In fair condition. Item lost, Casio wristwatch band, but not main watch body. Notes. This was in mint condition when it was stolen out of the back of my moving truck after I was reassigned the last time. Item retrieved. 1 10 milliliter cinch, filled with a mixture of sodium pentothal, scopolamine, and redacted. Item lost. Coffee cup, but not contents. Notes. Ah! Damn it! Well, I could have really used this back when I was actually interrogating that guy from the church. Item retrieved. 1 iPod Nano, blue. Item lost. 1 iPod Nano, blue, engraved. Notes. How am I going to explain to my girlfriend that I found my old iPod that I lost and the one she got me for my birthday? How am I going to explain to my girlfriend that I found my old iPod and lost the one she got for my birthday?
Oof. Subject, Dr. Mathanoch. Yeah. Item retrieved, 1-1, small iron top. Item lost, 1-1, bow tie. Notes, damn it, that was my last one. Item retrieved, 1-1, silhouette target, multiple bullet holes. Item lost, 1-1, bowler hat. Notes, you've got to be kidding me. I've had that hat for years. Note, Dr. Mathanoch has requested that if anyone should retrieve his hat, that it is returned to him immediately. Note, none of us are going to find your hat, Doctor. We can only retrieve things we've lost. Dr. Neyman. Well, goodbye, hat.
Subject, Dr. Majik. Item retrieved, 1-1, 20 franc bill. Item lost, 1-1, set of prescription glasses. Notes, really? Francs? Who in the world still accepts these? Item retrieved, 1-1, set of documents. Item lost, 1-1, lab coat. Notes, what? No, hold on. Give me one more test. Gerald is going to kill me. Notes, confiscated documents were revealed to be rather unfriendly documents criticizing senior researcher Gerald. Dr. Majik confessed he wrote the document after a particularly difficult day of work, though he insists he never meant to show them to the researcher.
Subject, Dr. Neiman. Item retrieved, 1-1 car tire chain. Item lost, 1-1 chewing gum wrapper. Notes, gee, if only I had found this before I bought replacements. Item retrieved, 1-1 box of stick butter. Empty. Contents had apparently melted and leaked out. Item lost, 1 bill. Notes, ew, this was unaccounted for after a grocery run last week. I'm going to find sun melted butter all over my car trunk, aren't I? Item retrieved, 1-1 card wallet, including contents. Item lost, wad of assorted store receipts. Notes, bingo.
Nice. Alright. Subject, Dr. Diamond. Note, Dr. Diamond has requested testing on whether or not SCP-1162 is sentient. Specifically, if it can respond to written messages. Also, he wishes to find out where exactly the lost items disappeared to, and if there is a correlation regarding location of disappeared objects. Item retrieved, a large amount of fecal matter in a plastic bag. Item lost, 1-1, folded up piece of wide-ruled notebook paper with, "How are you doing today?" written on the inside in pencil. Notes, I remember this. I was going to sell it to a science lab for DNA testing like a year ago. Don't look at me like that.
Well, poop. Don't give me that crap look.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Item retrieved, 1-1 pair of tie-dyed socks. The size for a 7th grader. Item lost, 1-1 iPod playing For Your Love by the Yardbirds on loop setting on full volume. Notes, we could still hear the music after the device disappeared, although it did sound more distant. Investigation of the sound revealed that the device stuck inside a wall on the floor directly under this one. Maybe SCP-1162 teleports all of the items lost below itself somewhere in the ground. This should be investigated. Also, Pidgeum said they're gonna head to bed.
Ah, okay. Good night, Pidgeum.
Night.
Item retrieved, 1-1 purple round ball. Item lost, 1-1 small metallic tracking device courtesy of the SCP Electronics Development Team. Notes, device was recovered from an oil tanker in the middle of the Red Sea. Well, there that goes that hypothesis.
Subject, Dr. Item retrieved, keys to Dr. dormitory. Item lost, standard Foundation ID badge. Item retrieved, standard Foundation ID badge. Item lost, replacement Foundation ID badge. Notes. Dr. Head researcher notes. We did warn you about the ID badges, Dr. I hope you like paperwork. Because there's a lot of it in your future.
Winter, go for this one.
Okay, sure thing. Subject, Dr. Item retrieved. One wooden sword replica. Item lost. One pencil. Notes. Cool. I thought I lost this when I moved. Dr. Item retrieved. One paper fan. Item lost. Package of cookies. Notes. I went to eat those for lunch today. Item retrieved. One umbrella. Item lost. One $20 bill. Notes. I don't like this thing anymore. It's messing with me.
Doctor.
Beautiful.
And
This is one of the best SCPs because it's unintentionally screwing with people.
Exactly.
now
I'm getting.
here's the thing, because I was like, wow, this experiment long is freaking long, and I'm like, but I would look at one here and there and be like, hey, this looks kind of silly, and I'm like, well, how long can I keep people's attention with this?
But now that we've seen all of these, I think we
yeah. So I'm just gonna have a look here. We're on page 18, and I just want to see how many there's one more page. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6, and then I started, getting I zoomed out a slightly amount so I could get more per page. So we're 6 pages. Yeah, so there's a whole 6 more pages. We'll skip over. We'll do the last page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, in all honesty, this stream is kind of my first exposure to a lot of SCP stuff. So
Welcome. This place is beautiful and creepy, and I love it.
Yeah. For the for our purposes for today, I happen to just get the silliest ones. Luckily. Yes.
The silly ones are the best ones.
Yes. So, subject, Dr. Nick. Item retrieved, 1 golf ball-sized chunk of white powder, later confirmed to be pure deoxyribonucleic acid. That's DNA.
yeah.
Sorry. Item lost, 1 bag of commissary popcorn. Notes, Dr. Nick immediately dropped to the floor, clutching his chest, and demanded an inhaler. Medical tests has revealed that a genetic disorder which Dr. Nick was afflicted with at birth had returned, which had been lost after being treated with SCP-427 upon joining the Foundation. Dr. Nick was retreated with SCP-427, and multiple tests confirmed he was cured. Head researcher notes, this is another first, as apparently a portion of the genetic makeup can be considered to be lost by 1162. No further deliberate testing is planned in this area. However, this information has been added to the pre-test briefing document as to limit the potential strain on Foundation medical resources. Can you two read the rest of them, and then I'll read the next SCP in its entirety.
Sure. Okay. Subject, researcher Lucky. Item retrieved. One aviator brand Ace of Spades playing card. Item lost, left shoe. Notes. Seems like a good trade to me. I've been looking for this card. Researcher Lucky.
Subject, Agent Clarkson. Item retrieved. 1 barrel, and action for a C7.452 rifle. Item lost: 1 barrel from Agent Clarkson's Foundation variant FNP-90 service rifle. Notes: Damn, I lost the first rifle while hunting, and it cripples my issued rifle? This thing is a riot. Agent Clarkson. Head researcher notes: No disciplinary action will be recommended, as it is assumed the site's quartermaster will be assigning plenty at his own discretion. God, English
Subject.
is hard.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Subject:
It's fine.
Agent High. Item retrieved: a faded photograph of Agent High's mother during her service with MTF Epsilon, lights in the dark. Item lost: Agent High complained of a sharp pain in her left breast. Medical test revealed the removal of a possibly cancerous lobule. Notes: Well, that was lucky. Probably should have checked it sooner. Agent High.
Well, that was lucky. Subject: Dr. Green. Item retrieved: 1 M1911A1 handgun, heavily damaged, magazine empty. Item lost: 1 clipboard. Documents unaffected. Notes: I think this was from back when I used to hunt. I'm sending it to the armory for now. Dr. Green. Head researcher notes: The site armory has recycled the grips and appreciates the donation. Oh, that's awesome.
Subject. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, continue.
Okay. Subject: Level 1 HR Advisor, John. Item retrieved. 1. Oh, I think it
sorry.
scrolled down a bit.
Yeah, I scrolled down. Did I scroll down too far?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I can't see.
Oh, okay. Sorry. This will take some seconds to.
I just
It's
brought up.
okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
I just brought up the site myself. And then
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're okay. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if like the PDF was sent or something because I was like, I didn't see.
I was considering it, but then it would put up my actual name in the link. Yeah.
That would be bad.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
okay.
that would be
You
bad.
don't
So
have-
I didn't.
Yeah.
No.
There. Okay. Is it there? Yeah. Clipboard at the
Yep.
top.
I can see it now.
Good.
Subject: Level 1 HR Advisor, John. Item retrieved. 2 terabyte USB flash drive. Item lost. 1 diamond wedding ring. Notes: That ring cost me more than 50. It says 50.
50.
Okay, that ring cost me more than 50 of these USB drives. John. Head researcher notes: You were told not to bring anything of significant financial or personal value into the testing zone. As such, your request to be reimbursed has been denied by the accounting division.
Nice job, dummy. Subject: Junior Researcher Nestic. Note: Junior Researcher Nestic came in with several items from his desk with the intention of testing multiple times. Item retrieved: 1 Polaroid photo of a woman, a man, a child. The face of the child in the photo had been cut out. Item lost: 1 half-eaten apple. Notes: Really? Who would do that to a photo? Junior Researcher Nestic. Item retrieved: 1 pair of prescription sunglasses. Item lost: 1 blank notebook. Notes: An empty notebook for some glasses I can't even see out of anymore. That's a fair trade, I guess. Item retrieved: 1 driver's license for Junior Researcher Nestic dated 2008. Photo missing. Item lost: left shoe but not shoelace. Notes: You've got to be kidding me. Junior Researcher Nestic.
Okay, so that one I believe was the longest of the SCPs, but I have a particular like for this one because it's just so. It's just you. The more you read into it, the more that they leave a little bit more of a. They leave like a little hint here and there of how these things might work. And so what we know is that it's a hole in the wall. If you try to look behind it, the hole will move. if you put something in, it will if you put something, if you reach into it, you will get something that you lost at some point, even if you don't remember it, and it will take something from you. It can even take things that are considered to be like part of your body, like hair.
Okay, me.
Yeah, like I joked that it would take a single strand of your hair, but it took all of your hair in one. It took someone's kidney, and it took. And instead of taking something, it gave back a cured disability in the form of DNA that was cured through because they lost that birth defect through another SCP. So that I think is pretty cool. But what's even cooler is Larry the Loving Llama! SCP-1545, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1545 is to be kept in a containment locker 1545 at Site 40 with access bars to all personnel with clearance level 3 under 3. Following instance 1296-1545, testing of SCP-1545 with additional anomalous objects require approval of personnel with a clearance level of 4 on a case-by-case basis. No other containment procedures are necessary at this time. And if you're looking at the stream, you can see a picture of Larry the Loving Llama.
It looks so silly.
Description. SCP-1545 is a two-person llama costume wearing galoshes. 1545 can be opened along its midsection. Its interiors is consistent with an average costume of its type, with space for two people, one with their legs in the rear, with their legs in the rear legs bending over into the midsection, and the other standing in the front with their two legs in the costume's front legs, standing straight up through the costume's neck. A tag near the costume's rear refers to it as Larry the Loving Llama. 1545's anomalous effects do not become apparent until it is worn. Subjects wearing 1545 will become extremely in character, with the frontal person speaking as if they were Larry the Loving Llama, and the rearward person performing various jigs. SCP-1545 behaves in an extremely docile manner. Subjects inside SCP-1545 are not physically able to exit 1545 without being pulled out, and shows no desire to do so, although they will not resist removal. Unless forcefully removed from 1545, subjects will continuously act as Larry the Loving Llama until they expire. Headnote 1. Subjects with a dead partner will still act as their appropriate half until they also expire. Removed subjects show memory of this time within SCP-1545. However, they show no knowledge of its anomalous properties. Subjects do not show any negative attitude towards their time inside SCP-1545, behaving as if their actions were typical. SCP-1545 was discovered by authorities in an abandoned suburban home. Victims had died from dehydration. Autopsy indicated that the rearward operator had died 1 day earlier and had severe bruising on her body from being dragged throughout the household by the frontal partner. SCP-1545 was confiscated by Foundation personnel after its anomalous properties had been discovered. Class A amnestics were administered. Addendum. Audit Log 1545. So, would either of you like to be D5362 or Dr. Fredericks?
I'll
sure.
be the D boy.
Alright, so you will be the interviewed, and Slick, you can be the Dr. Fredericks, who is the interviewee. So I will start you guys off. Addendum. Audio Log 1545-A. D-Class personnel, begin.
Okay. Hello, D5362.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you feeling?
A little exhausted, sir.
Oh, yes, I saw all that dancing around. Must have gotten tiring.
It was, sir. But you have to keep the people entertained.
But surely you considered leaving to get a drink.
Can't do that, sir. It would ruin the illusion.
It's a talking llama wearing rain boots. What kind of illusion is that?
Well, you just don't know Larry the Loving Llama like I do, sir.
End of log.
I resonate with him. He is my spirit animal.
Yes.
You don't know him like I do.
Okay. We got another interview log, so we can do it again with the same characters. I will start you guys off. It will
Wait.
take. I don't know. It'll take a couple of seconds, but I'll just read the forward text.
Okay.
So interviewed is D5483, voicing Larry the Loving Llama. The interviewer is Dr. Fredericks. Forward. Subject has been inside SCP-1545 for 2 days. Voice was extremely raspy due to dehydration. Begin log.
Hello, D5483.
Oh, I'm not James. I'm Larry the Loving Llama.
Okay. Larry, how are you feeling?
Super duper, Doctor. My bum's a bit sluggish today, but that's okay. No. Okay, I don't think that's me.
Ah.
It's a note.
Oh, notes. Notes. D5484, SCP-54, 1545's rearward operator had expired approximately 2 hours earlier. D5483 had been dragging D5484.
Larry, are you aware of the men inside you?
You mean my helpers? That sounds
Yes,
off.
your helpers. It does indeed.
The helpers don't help anyway. With that anyway. My helpers love helping me. Together we bring joy to everyone.
Are you aware that D5484 is dead, Larry?
He's just taking a nap, Doctor.
End log.
Oh, God. Oh, dear God.
Footnotes. 1. And that was when I mentioned earlier. Most common cause of death is dehydration. Infection is also common due to the non-attendance of soiled clothing. SCP-1545. Over.
I've never heard this one before, and I have mixed feelings.
That's...
You should have any of you heard SCP-049J?
Nope.
It is the
049J,
joke
is that the cat?
No, 049J is the Plague Doctor. That is the stupid
Oh, right.
version of the Plague Doctor.
Oh.
It is stupid because it thinks it's curing you, but it's actually doing something much worse, but it still believes it is.
Oh, whoa, he's a different version of the Plague Doctor?
He's a different Plague Doctor, and he's a gosh dang idiot.
Oh, so he actually tries to cure you, but then he
tries to cure...
He tries to shove penicillin down your throat, but really he
No,
strangles you with it?
He in an interview he was told to cure this this member of staff. They had a sore throat. What did he do? He had them sit down. He got a shoe and started hitting them continuously with the back of the shoe until their throat collapsed.
Oof.
Oh, God.
And then the interviewer is like, "What the hell? You just killed him!" And he's like, "No, he's not. He's cured." And then he grabs their head and just moves their mouth while doing the voice, foolishly doing the voice of the person. It's like, "I'm perfectly cured now."
I've never been better.
And then, after being told again that he didn't do anything, he's like, "Look over there," and then he disappeared.
That's kind of like pocket sand.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The reason why he's an SCP is because that's his ability. He can disappear. Also, he's made of moss.
Nice. Look, a distraction! SCP-539, the perfect distraction!
Oh boy.
That's a nice transition. Thanks, Raptor. Object class, Euclid.
Oh, it's this one.
Special containment procedures. SCP-539 is to be kept in a padded case to remain locked at all times unless a supervisor with a minimum security clearance level of 2 is present to observe, and only during potential testing of its phenomena. Physical contact with SCP-539 is forbidden unless approved testing is conducted. Description. Object is a thin, round disc composed of an undetermined material. While there appears to be corrosion around the edges, testing has been determined that the marks are not the result of oxidation. When thrown, an event will occur in the immediate vicinity that will draw attention away from its thrower. These distractions have no observable patterns of any sort. However, it is determined that the distraction will be more overwhelming in proportion to the difficulty of removing attention from the user. Due to the unpredictable nature of 539's effect, testers are currently advised to throw it as far as possible from themselves. Addendum. Test notes. Test 539-1. Security personnel are ordered to line up all with clear lines of sight on tester, with instructions to not break eye contact with tester under any circumstances. When the disc was thrown, the security personnel experienced a sudden wardrobe existence failure, causing all of them to lose eye contact with the tester, being more concerned with the loss of clothing and the issue of the climate being rather uncomfortable to a nude security guard.
Oh.
Test 539-2. Tester was dressed in bright and red eye-catching clothing for this test. Tester was alone with its security personnel in an empty office. Security personnel ordered to maintain constant eye contact with tester. When the disc was thrown, the entire building's fire alarm triggered and could not be turned off until the disc was retrieved and the computer security system reset. Test 539-3. Class D personnel given instructions to attract the attention of the local authorities, then make use of the SCP. Personnel chased by police after smashing in a law cruiser's window. When thrown, a large animal of the species Carcharianus lucus, a bull shark, appeared in the way of the pursuing police cars, which were forced to stop and investigate. After Class D personnel were debriefed, both the shark and the SCP were retrieved by field agents. It was worth noting that the police officers involved had remained firmly silent to their superiors about the incident. Alright, Test 539-4. This test was unauthorized, and disciplinary action of varying degrees of severity has been taken with the parties involved. As a prank, a group of research staff decided to see if they could distract Dr. who is notorious for becoming very involved in his work. When thrown, a pack of at least 10 Varanus commodiensis, Komodo dragons, burst from the ceiling vent and proceeded to chase the doctor out of his laboratory. The reptiles proceeded to run unchecked through the facility until the disc was picked up, after which they were impossible to locate, and had apparently left the premises. This test may indicate that use of animals in the predominant method of distraction. is the predominant method of distraction. Look, I appreciate a good laugh as much as anyone else, but perhaps this could have ended better if the research staff have gotten permission. Furthermore, I find it highly likely that the method of distraction will involve animals, given the way that they almost always attract the attention of humans. Dr. Test 539-5. Test to determine the object's effectiveness on proxy observers. Testing personnel set up an observation camera linked to a computer monitor in a different building. The computer would both record and display the video feed to observers. Camera was focused on test subject, and the remaining personnel moved to the monitoring computer. When the disc was thrown, the computer suffered a fatal error caused by the deletion of the hardware drivers needed to use the camera feed. Recorded video was corrupt and beyond recovery. That was SCP-539, the perfect distraction.
Huh.
Oh,
Interesting.
dang.
There's another one here called Desire Camera, but I might just save this one for another one because it's much like the hole in the wall, where it's got an extensive test log, and the essence of it is that at first I thought, oh, this sounds boring. I'm not gonna share this, but upon actually reading into it, it takes pictures of what those people most want to be doing when inside the camera, or when the picture was taken. And one example of something that happened was there were two researchers with their arms around each other, smiling at the camera, and when the result was that when the picture was developed and displayed, it showed that the both of them were attacking each other, and they were just smacking each other around because the two researchers secretly hated each other. And so you can imagine an extensive test log when not only does it apply to D-class personnel, but also staff, including staff that already are characters within the SCP universe canon, like Dr. Bright, who is accidentally became immortal. Another two more little factoids is that one of them found out a couple of people were fired because it was found out that what they wanted to do was to look at certain materials that would get them a seat with someone that we know would be interested in talking to them before they get tackled by the cops. And another thing is that not only does this Desire camera work on people, but it can also work on animals and SCPs. And so if you look up SCP-978, you can, and you know some of your favorite SCPs, you can actually look them up in the extended test logs, and you can find what they desire. If you're familiar with 049, which is the Plague Doctor, I think it had something to do with looking at some hugging some girl who could be a daughter or something. And in another case, there is, I think he's SCP-343, but he's literally God. Just the Christian guy just sits there and he just does whatever, and he's just nice and he's just nice to everyone. And when you take a picture of him, he's waving at the camera, and when you look at the developed photo, he's still there waving at the camera. That was what he wanted. That is what he desired to be doing all along, and I found that to be really sweet. So I will skip over that, and we can do that one on another day.
Okay.
The next one. Yes. When the stream catches up. Oh boy.
Okay.
This one is a little different. Let me get some background music for this, because that's going to be helpful. Doot.
Oh my god, it's this one.
Yes.
I know this one.
Yes, you do.
Hold on. Oh no. I'm gonna send you a meme of this a bit later.
Okay.
Or right now.
You can do that. Yeah, so I will play some background music. I believe this is not copyrighted.
Tell me a bedtime story.
Let's go with this one. So people who are listening to the stream.
Is that like Morse code or something?
Yvette Nikone, artist, Tumblr,
Ew.
Twitter, overall deviant.
Oh no, not DeviantArt.
You're breaking immersion. Shut up.
I'm
I meant
sorry. I'll just mute myself again.
And that was SCP. And
Welcome.
do not mess with SCP.
Basically, if you this SCP, if you mention it in either speaking it or writing it down, specifically writing, or like pictures are fine, it will appear and it will take it, and it will never return.
And it will go through walls.
It will go through walls and it will take it back to its containment cell.
It does not understand abstract signs, graphs, and paintings that do not depict it. But it understands any reference to itself. In this testing log A, it's D-class personnel. It sees it. It writes it down, symbols that refer to it. It puts words to it. It's gone. But not the person that wrote it, just the material about it. And this disturbed the D-class personnel greatly. It then, in test log B, spoke the symbols that were on the wall. The symbols classified as information about bip, bip, dip, dip, bip, dip, and that resulted in the D class and the SCP disappearing. Do not refer to bip, dip, 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 dip. Do not.
Okay.
Ah! Oh my god! What's this? Ah!
Hello, everybody. I'm taking over the channel.
Okay. People can
For
unmute
those-
yourselves in case of a... I had myself cloned just in case of this. I'm currently naked and covered in back to goo, but but I was prepared for an instance like this. I will just have to take the clothes off the body, redress myself. All right. Okay. So, for the person who, yes, Yvette, feel free to say hello if you'd like.
Oh, am I allowed to speak now?
Yes. This is
Nice.
Yvette. Yvette, ne connaît. Yvette,
Yeah.
it connect. I'm gonna do there. Yeah. So Yvette is one of my favorite people to have in the streams because you
Yeah,
are
with my deep fried mic.
you are a dedicated b-boy. You are my hype man.
Yeah, I'm the MVP.
Yeah. So now we can talk about this boy. SCP-956. Reverse Pinata.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Also, sorry if I was supposed to mute before I completely zoned out. I'm sorry.
Oh, I have no idea.
The Uno reverse pinata.
Yes. SCP-956. Object class, safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-956 is to be kept at the approximate center of 18 by 18 by 4 meter concrete room at all times. The door is to be locked with an armed guard posted to prevent unauthorized access. Entrance by research personnel into the room is only permitted once SCP-956 has been entered a dormant state. Permission to bring a subject into the room must be cleared by O5. Approval to decrease the occurrence of SCP-956-1 as well as occurrences. Unless for testing, individuals fulfilling SCP-956's activation requirement are not to be brought within 200 meters of SCP-956's containment area. Surveillance is to be maintained through security footage at all times. Instances of SCP-956-1 are to be kept in a neighboring room and are to be maintained at a temperature of -4 degrees Celsius in order to prevent melting or destruction. Any use of SCP-956-1 is to be authorized by at least one member of O5 Council and to be carried out in a room identical to SCP-956's containment chamber. Any excess of SCP-956-1 created by tests with SCP-956 are to be incinerated unless authorized personnel with security clearance of 4 or higher, as are any extraneous instances of SCP-956. So, I just said a whole load of big word salad, and you're just looking at this fucking pinata over here. SCP-956 before containment after being separated from the piles of SCP-956-1 and data redacted. So, description. SCP-956 appears to be a common pinata, resembling an unknown quadruped. Tests have revealed that, although superficially similar to paper mache, 956 is constructed of various amounts of glue, sugar, an unidentified fur, and human tissue. 956 has also shown to be highly resilient to any sort of bludgeoning damage, large amounts of crushing force showing no damage to its structural integrity, though the use of gunfire, as well as heat and flame, have shown to be effective. By default, 956 remains in a passive state. It shows no signs of locomotion or intelligence, and displays no hostility. As long as the item's activation and requirement is not met, the item will remain in this state indefinitely. Redacted. And that information has been excised. See Addendum 956-A. 956 enters its active state when a human under the age of 12 enters within meters of it, which is approximately 2 seconds after entering the active zone. The child becomes unable to move, holding any stance that they had at the time. The victim is incapable of motion or speech, although it remains alive, and its rapidly moving eyes suggest that it retains awareness. 956 moves towards the victim and bludgeons him or her until the torso ruptures. Upon breach, the victim's body discharges a large pile of unmarked candy, ranging from to pieces. Instances of this candy are designated as SCP-956-1. 956 repeats this for any other immobilized victims before returning to a docile state. So, as you can now see, this is SCP-956 Reverse Pinata, the Child Breaker.
What?
No, that's actually what it's referred to as. I just didn't want to write the words Child Breaker on my PDF file here and have that be a document on my computer. So I wrote Reverse Pinata because it is actually referred to as the Child Breaker. And I don't want to talk to Chris Hansen anytime soon.
Yikes.
Unless it's about Onision.
Fair enough.
Unless it's about what?
Onision.
Ah.
Yes. Earlier in the stream, I read out the transcript of Onision's freakout video, which most can be remembered to as the kombucha rant.
Oh my god, I can't believe I missed that.
Yes, you
I
missed that.
fucking-
You will see it. You will be able to hear that sometime tomorrow, I guess.
I gotta go
however
back
long
and
it
watch
takes
the
you to-
stream.
Yeah, however long it takes for you to watch back the entire stream. Alright, so a victim can be removed from 956's activation range if retrieved promptly. Upon moving the victim meters away from it, 956 returns to its passive state. The victim, however, shows no signs of recovering from its immobilized state and appears to remain in such a state indefinitely. Autopsies of unbroken victims show that their body had severely dehydrated, leaving them brittle. Autopsies also reveal that pieces of SCP-956-1 had begun to grow out of the victim's organs, using the tissue as a component. The amount of 956-1 appears to be directly correlated to time spent in 956's activation radius. 956-1's effects vary depending upon the age of the human consuming them. Humans at the age of 12 or older go into a seizure within minutes of consumption, with a % possibility of cardiac arrest. There is an approximately % chance of survival for such subjects. Non-human animals suffer similar effects, regardless of age. Children under the age of 12 undergo a different effect. They first enter a stage similar to a state of the immobilized victims of 956, although they assume a standing stance with their arms resting in front of them. Their bodies then, data redacted. The process takes minutes to complete. Upon completion, the victim has transformed into another instance of 956. These copies behave identically to 956. There is a 0% chance of survival for the victim. The Child Breaker. Addendum 956-A. this is in reference to the sentence here that was crossed out. As long as this item's activation requirement is not met, the item will remain in this state indefinitely. So why was this crossed out? Well, we have to look at Addendum 956A. 956 has recently begun to show locomotion outside of testing. Can you imagine a pinata moving?
Oh, jeez.
Pinata Island. Viva Pinata all over.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Viva Pinata. Dun, dun, dun. Worlds of fun. That's all I remember from the theme song.
What a fun. Dun, dun, dun. Your child will die.
Oh no.
Child Breaker. It began to wander around its containment, tracing the perimeter of the room. It did this for about an hour before staring at a spot on the wall. Review of footage shows that it faced this wall after deactivating during previous tests. Security confirmed that 956 is facing directly towards an elementary school. That school is kilometers away. Reclassification to Euclid status requested. Dr. Nipsh. Reclassification to Euclid granted. It is, if its effects appear to reach beyond its containment, it is to be transferred to sites which should be kept as far enough away from potential victims. Retrieve any paralyzed victims or SCP-956-1 and administer Class A amnestics to witnesses and family. We don't need any more of these things around. 05 redacted.
Well then.
SCP-956, the Child Breaker, Object Class, Euclid.
Yeah, it doesn't help that this thing looks absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god. It's. Ugh.
I don't want to imagine, like, when it said it was staring at a wall, I was thinking it was going to stare at a camera.
Oh god.
Just directly at the camera.
But
really
no,
close to it.
it stares at the nearest elementary school.
That's honestly a lot more frightening.
Yeah.
Object
Okay.
Class,
Time to
Euclid.
get the blowtorch.
Hans, get the Flammenwerfen.
Oof.
All right. It's about almost 8:30 Eastern Standard Time in mine. So I believe I have about approximately 15 minutes to an hour. I'm not sure exactly when, but this is the part of the stream where I say that if the stream ends unexpectedly, I intended to end it unexpectedly. Don't worry about it. And you'll be able to see, and be sure to read back on the on the Onision the Onision dramatic reading. I also recorded it, so I will be sure
hell
to
yeah.
post that as its own separate video at a later date. Yes, it is all kind of clickbaity of a thing, but anything that brings attention to Chris Hansen and just a couple more views is a good time. So, again, so it will, so this stream will end anytime in the next 15 to 45 minutes. But until then, I will read as many more as I can. And by request, I have some cuter ones here to help cleanse our palate from what we just read about the fucking Child Breaker.
Hello.
I will get. We will all be smiling after I get the gosh dang flamethrower.
Yes, and we have Gabby here, back.
I'm back.
Welcome
Oh
back.
Well,
SCP-529. That looks silly.
so just a reminder of who is here. We got Gabby.
Hello.
We got RaptorVA.
Howdy.
Yvette.
Uh-huh.
and Wintermelon.
Hey,
Why are you laughing? What's so funny?
Standing.
He will. He was just like, hello.
I didn't even say hello. I was like,
You sounded. You sounded like that vine when that woman was sleeping, and then the person with the camera got the bottle of water. Yes. Hello.
hello.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's me right now.
Yes. So next we have Josie the half cat. Yes. So just to have a quick look at the live chat, what people have said so far: Scrapes VA, OE, Pigeon VA, heck, Jonathan Topside. Hey, Pigeon VA, hello. So who are the people in the stream? I introduced them. Let's see. So, Jonathan asked if they were just random SCPs, and if Jonathan, if you're still in here, no, I handpicked them out, and I picked specifically ones that were the silliest ones, including just one or two of the more slightly creepier ones in there, just to remind, just as I said at the very beginning, as a kind of a reminder that the SCP universe, although there are some memey ones and some very silly things that are that have been contained, the SCP universe is here to protect. Yes,
Quote unquote.
it secures, it contains, but most importantly, it protects.
It protect the children from the pinatas.
Yes. Yeah.
We all don't want that.
So someone said SCP, SCP. Evil tomatoes are best tomatoes. And just because they like jokes does not make them automatically evil. Something about the tomatoes. Oh yes. And then when people were talking about the funniest joke in the world being told to the tomatoes, they said that they speak German and they do not understand what it is supposed to say. Yeah. All right, so let's start reading Josie the half cat. SCP-529, Josie the half cat. Object class chatter. No, safe.
Oh.
Special containment procedure. No special precautions have yet proven necessary. Josie is quite affectionate, and at this stage is free to move around about the lower levels of the facility. Staff are not permitted to feed her cheese. She will become distressed if not given sufficient cheese. Description: 529 is a small house cat, Felis catus, with gray tabby markings. Parts of the animal to the rear of the end of the ribcage appear to be missing. The body terminates sharply as if sliced in two. In spite of this, the animal has no health problems and moves about as if its hindquarters were still in place. For example, walking takes place as usual, and sometimes after feeding, the animal makes motions as if to void itself of waste matter. The cross-section does not display the interior of the animal, but appears pure black to the eye, and absorbs all non-visible wavelengths of light. It is slightly yielding to the touch. Gently stroking of this area sometimes yields a positive reaction, purring, and so on, but more usually leads to the creature turning on the agent, claws at the ready. Those scratched have experienced no abnormalities. The hind regions do not appear to be invisible. The cursory examination will show that there are no hindquarters. DNA testing has shown the animal to be female. That was Josie the half cat.
I just wonder what would happen if you're just starting work in the facility. You walk in and you see that cat.
Pet
Like,
it? Duh.
You're just like, How can you exist?
Or,
What are
no,
your secrets?
I can
What are you
imagine
hiding?
that's a Josie has potential for like a first day person, like a prank on a first day person, because you would be like, hey, like you're sitting at your desk and you're holding Josie, and you're holding just the top half of her above the desk, and you're like, hey, can you take this cat to the testing area? And you're like, okay. You grab it, and there's no bottom.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love.
I
this
was
game.
I was thinking of an alternate prank where you tell a newbie that its class is actually gosh, what I don't know
Keter.
exactly.
Keter,
Yeah,
do you think-
Keter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like
Okay.
it's just. Oof, that'd be an interesting time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, where this one is just kind of like an this one is. Well, you know what? We'll just let you guys find out. SCP-2295. The Bear with a Heart of Patchwork. Objects class safe. Special containment procedures. 2295 is to be kept in a standard container locker within Storage Wing 25 in Site 37. Personnel with level of 3 or higher security clearance are authorized to perform tests on SCP-2295 after filling out the appropriate paperwork. Please contact Dr. Gurgis if required. Access to 2295 is expected to exceed 24 hours. Description: 2295 is a patchwork stuffed bear, approximately 0.46 meters from head to foot, and stuffed with synthetic fiber and cotton. SCP-2295 has a small, anatomically correct pin of a heart on the left side of its thorax. Correct pin of a heart on the left side of the thorax, and a bow wrapped around its neck. The fabric and color of SCP-2295's patch varies. Tests confirm that no components of 2295 contain any anomalous chemical properties. 2295 enters an active state when within 2 meters of a human sustaining major trauma to an organ. When in the proximity of 2 or more possible subjects, 2295 will invariably choose the youngest subject. 2295 will anomalously produce scissors, white thread, and either sewing needles or a crotch-shedding hook from its mouth, and use any fabric and stuffing in close proximity. Header 1. To fashion an instance of SCP-2295-1, a patchwork imitation of the subject's organ, footer 2, SCP-2295 vanishes from its site, and the subject falls into a state of unconsciousness. 2295 instances then replace the subject's damaged organ via anomalous means. The whereabouts of organs replaced this way are undetermined. If there is no usable material in close proximity, 2295 will use fabric and stuffing from itself. 2295 regenerates 1 gram of stuffing every day until completely replacing any lost or used stuffing. Notes that fabric used this way does not regenerate, and additional fabric must be placed near 2295 for the purpose of self-mending. Instances of 2295 successfully carry out their respective functions, despite the numerous expected biological, chemical, and medical incompatibilities. Once within the subject, adjacent tissues and veins attach to the limited organ without observable complications. There have been no cases of rejected SCP-2295-1 instances, and all subjects recorded at the time of the writing made full recoveries. Testing log 2295. Do people want to take turns reading?
I will.
Sorry if I'm interrupting.
Okay. Well,
That's okay.
Slick, you can read the first one. I'll just start us off for the with the addendum thing here. Testing log 2295. Testing
Okay.
approved to test the limitations of SCP-2295. Materials provided within testing chamber. Test log.
Subject D2353, 38 years old. Diagnosis: lungs heavily damaged as a result of 25 years of smoking. Notes: SCP-2295 creates SCP-2295-1 using 1 black textile swatch and 1 red textile swatch. New lungs act at a capacity similar to those of healthy adult lungs.
Subject D3452, 50 years old. Diagnosis: frequent heart palpitations and severe atherosclerosis. Notes: SCP-2295 crochets SCP-2295-1 using various surrounding yarns. SCP-2295-1 observed to have a heartbeat before vanishing. Transfer successful. How SCP-2295-1 managed to perform function despite absorbent properties of material and multiple gaps in design is unknown. Symptoms no longer present in subject.
Subject D7894, 24 years old. Diagnosis: first and second degree burns ranging throughout upper torso, left lateral, and right leg. D7894 sedated during testing. Notes: SCP-2295 sews two 5 by 5 meter sections of patchwork fabric. SCP-2295 cuts approximately sized swatches and manually places one layer onto subject's affected area, creating multiple instances of 2295-1, and then repeats this process. The created SCP-22-1 layers act as dermis and epidermis, and upon recovering, D7894 claims to have retained feeling and replaced skin. Subject makes a full recovery. Guys here?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everything just cut out for a second.
Oh, no, actually, nothing cut out. No one was talking at all. Well,
I thought I got disconnected. I
Same.
just checked Discord.
I just muted myself because I didn't want to hog more than one.
oh, okay. Well, this one is the last one, and this one is the one that really. I'll just go and. Subject
Go ahead.
D2723, 18 years old. Diagnosis: cerebral hemorrhaging. Notes: SCP-2295 grasps various materials in its proximity in a distressed state for approximately 1 minute. SCP-2295 then anomalously produces Blank's Dove milk chocolate king-size candy bar and offers it to the subject. SCP-2295 spends the rest of test embracing subject's lower right leg while anomalously producing a saline solution from its eyes. Addendum 2295. Document 2295 was recovered taped to SCP-2295 inside the site of a crashed mail delivery vehicle. Document 2295 is a red Get Well card with the text Karos the Bear written on the cover. I unfortunately did not take this. I forgot to do that, so 2295.
I can read it.
Oh, okay.
Is it the document?
Yes, it's. I found it.
Ah.
Contents of documents 2295. To Tommy. Because only time can mend all wounds. Love, Grammy. Footnotes 1. Materials have included yarn, textile, cloth, silk, synthetic fiber, polyester, wool, and thread. 2. How SCP-2295 is capable of the dexterity necessary for these actions is unknown. So, going back over it. 2295, the bear with the heart of a patch. SCP-2295, the bear with the heart of patchwork, is a get-well-soon bear sent by someone's grandmother, who unfortunately the mailman car that it was taken in crashed, and it was some grandmother's gift to her injured grandson. For whatever reasons, the bear is now sentient and wishes to heal people by producing patchwork, doing patchwork mini surgeries. It will replace organs, it will replace skin, it will replace anything outside of your head to fix it. Unfortunately, you do have patchwork on your skin, or as your organ, but when you to the touch, it feels like regular skin or a regular organ, and it produces and it does whatever it is that it was created to do, just like normal. But unfortunately, in the case of subject D7023, the 18-year-old with the cerebral brain hemorrhage, there was nothing that the bear with the heart of patchwork could do to replace someone's brain. And so he made a chocolate candy bar, and then spent the rest of the time of the victim's, the subject's life, just clinging onto his leg and crying. Yes. And so, yeah, that's what. I hate you so much right now, Yvette.
What?
You started
Okay, I'm
laughing.
officially back.
Okay.
All I heard. Okay, sorry, but
Oh.
sorry to interrupt.
Mhm. Yeah. Go.
All I heard when I came back was you just saying, "I hate you so much, Yvette."
Well,
See, Gabby, I told you he hates me. I mean,
well, what we were watching, what we were reading was SCP-2295, the bear with a heart of patchwork, and this one is kind of, at least to me, a bit of a tearjerker because it's a little patchwork bear that
I've
basically
heard of it.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
is a good baby.
what
Yeah,
the fuck?
it does surgery on people with patchwork, and it's very nice and ooh and soft. But the thing was is that he couldn't help the last test subject who had a brain hemorrhage because he couldn't just he just couldn't replace someone's brain. And so he just spent the time just hugging the person's leg, crying, and gave it a
Same.
candy bar.
What do you mean, same?
Well, me.
So,
Just the crying part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last one here, I believe it should be the last official one before we do some other little thing that's still SCP. SCP-1192. Timmy.
Oh boy.
Wait, did that say Timmy?
Timmy.
Timmy.
God damn. Timmy.
Objects class Euclid?
What?
Special
Question
containment
mark?
procedure. 1192 is contained in a dedicated aviary and is to be provided a diet of fruits supplemented with protein and vitamin additives, as it refuses to consume seeds and insects that are a part of normal diets for its species. 1192 is to be provided with several pencils and pages of paper to allow it to communicate. In the case that SCP-1192 becomes belligerent, mild sedatives may be introduced into its food and water supply upon close veterinary supervision. Description: SCP-1192 is a juvenile male gang cockatoo, Callocephalon fimbrantium, a species normally native to southeast Australia, approximately 33.5 centimeters in length. SCP-1192 appears to be a sapient and exhibits intelligence and common knowledge consistent with that of a human child between the ages of 6 and 8. SCP-1192 is unusually disheveled as it appears to be unable or unwilling to preen itself and has difficulty flying despite being essentially healthy and uninjured. Close examinations have shown a slight healed-over contusion on the back of SCP-1192's head, but no internal injury or damage was ever found. SCP-1192 was discovered and brought into containment by Agent on a redacted date, who at the time was embedded as an undercover agent in the Newark Police Department in New Jersey. It is believed that at this time that SCP-1192 began following Agent and trying to attract his attention because of the perception of an authority figure in police uniform. Agent became suspicious due to SCP-1192's unusual species and erratic behavior and sent a message for assistance. A Foundation containment team was dispatched and was able to detain SCP-1192 and bring it to site for examination. Addendum. Experiment Log 1192-01. Shortly after initial containment, experimentation was performed in which SCP-1192 was introduced to a multitude of objects in a controlled environment in order to deduce its abilities. Upon being introduced to the testing chamber, SCP-1192 immediately gravitated to a pencil and paper and began to communicate in crude sentences. At this point, Dr. was brought in an attempt to communicate with 1192. So, someone, I need a doctor.
Sure.
Okay, you will be Dr. Blank. SCP-1192. Writes, who are you?
I am Dr. I'm here to speak with you. Who are you?
SCP-1192 writes, Timmy, followed by, where am I?
You're at a medical center, Timmy. A hospital. Do you know what happened to you?
1192 writes, no. Then, I want to go home.
Where do you live, Timmy?
After several minutes and some difficulty, 1192 managed to write down an address for a residential home in Blank, Montana. Undercover agents sent to the specified residence determines that the location is inhabited by Mr. and Mrs. Blank, as well as their son, Timothy, age 7. Agents assigned to monitor the family have noted nothing out of the ordinary with the family thus far. Addendum 1192. Researcher notes. As 1192 is unable to manipulate objects with enough coordination to play with the video games it requested, and shows little interest in the other toys we have offered it, it has taken to scribbling and making crude drawings with the material we have provided. A list of notable materials are as follows. Several pages of unrelated words, presumed to be writing practice. Several pages of crude drawings including race cars, airplanes, and fictional animals and monsters. A single page with the words, "Why am I a bird?" as well as several more indecipherable sentences. A drawing of what appears to be a small child holding the hands of two adults. The child is scratched out and the paper is ripped. The reverse side of the page has the words, "I want my mom." A single page with 126 instances of the word mom and 76 instances of the word home. Dr. Blank, Senior Observer. And that was the sad, sad tale of SCP-1192, Timmy, the male cockatoo.
Why am I laughing?
Why do you pronounce it like that? Is that how it's spelled?
Cockatoo?
No, Timmy.
Timmy.
You went
Timmy.
Timmy.
Well,
You went
I tried to be
Timmy.
like a little kid, like Timmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like because he wrote Timmy, Timmi,
Oh.
and then he says, "Where am I?" And it's WHER, no E at the end, am I.
It's just I don't
Yeah.
know.
He says,
Okay.
when the doctor says, "You're at a medical you're at a medical center, Timmy, a hospital. Do you know what happened to you?" And he writes, "No." Then I want to go home. And it's
I see. I heard.
yeah, and it's Wana as in WANA, and home as in HOM. So yeah, he's just a little boy, and
Or maybe,
yeah,
or perhaps just a very intelligent cockatiel.
he wrote the address of where he lived, plus him holding the hands of his parents and then tossing it out and ripping it. And I want my mom.
Very intelligent cock.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It's 4 a.m. I'm brain dead. Isn't cockatoo a fucking parrot?
It's a bird.
Cockatoo.
Yes.
It's a gang cockatoo.
It's a bird, right?
Yes,
it's
it's a bird.
bird.
It doesn't have hands.
It has feet.
It doesn't have that either. It has claws.
Very dexterous feet.
Juvenile
Also-
male gang cockatoo.
But also, it's probably have drawn a picture of itself of them as a human.
Yeah,
Because
so
in
the what you can elucidate from this is, if you are a scholar of the SCP universe, is that this burb was a little boy.
A little boy.
But there's also a little boy at home with the same name and the same age. And what we can assume is that they got brain trance. They got brain change. They got Freaky Friday'd, but when Friday ended, they didn't go back.
Oh no.
Wild.
But that would mean that the Timothy would act like a bird.
Well, yes, unless it learns.
So it is a very smart cockatiel.
Cockatoo, and that was the bird that was originally the bird, became smart. Timmy
is stupid.
Yeah, but that's
He's a
because he
dumb
has
piece of
7-year-old
shit.
intelligence.
Dude, 7-year-olds aren't supposed to be that dumb.
I'm sorry that you were writing like
Sorry.
you were reading from the thesaurus at the age of 4, but some of us don't have good spelling and grammar until like we actually learn how to write proper sentences and shit, and like write and like when by the time that we start writing in pages rather than sentences.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Okay. This is the last actual SCP that we'll read. And we'll have to, and I'll just have to note for everyone,
Huh?
Just as a note, though, that the SCP universe can become very meta at times,
Yeah, no shit.
and
Yeah.
That's
yes,
why it's
but
creepy.
this is the no meta as in this is the most self aware of them. SCP-101. You are here. Object
Oh.
class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-201 is currently stored in the sub-basement O2 of Site-19 inside of a standard fireproof documented lockbox within a reinforced concrete room of standard facility size. Said room has been fitted externally with a standard double-door airlock and internally fitted with appropriate safety response equipment as well as biological response equipment. Only personnel of Level 3 are permitted to enter the SCP-101 holding room. Personnel of Level 2 or below are permitted to interact with 101 only with directives from Level 3 or higher personnel, or with standing directives. The airlock for SCP-101 is set to a standard 10-minute cycle, during which standard screening scans for biological or environmental hazards will be made. 101 is under standing directives for use under 0600 hours and 2000 hours. Outside the airlock of the holding room for SCP-101, two Level 2 guards are to be posted at all times with overlapping shifts. SCP-101 in the picture as it appears during initial recovery. Description: 101 appears as a satchel or bag of intermittent size with observations ranging from an opening of 15 centimeters in diameter to 70 centimeters in diameter. The depth of the container has varied with no standard means of equality to the relative diameter. The primary feature of SCP-101 is what appears to be a semi-humanoid mouth contained within the opening of the bag, with a mean standard of 31 centimeters of depth inside the container, without more than two standard deviations of variance, regardless of the apparent external depth of the container. The mouth consists of 32 teeth of an off-white hue, all of equal shape and size, consisting solely of incisors within approximately 10 centimeters in length. It has been observed, albeit not measured, with accuracy that within the mouth there is a tongue of indeterminate length, with observations ranging from 50 centimeters to 3.5 meters. Let me just read ahead for a moment. What? Okay.
What?
So we got a bit of an oopsie here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
What else?
in the television industry, Chris Hansen would call this an oopsie moment.
What?
You see,
You see? Well,
You
you
see.
see.
I
You see.
looked up SCP-101. You are here. And
Oh no. Do tell.
and the one that I wanted, what I believed was 101, you are here.
And?
Instead of the one that I wanted, we got something else.
What do we have?
We have... Jesus Christ.
Oh
We
no!
have... The one that I wanted was SCP-101-FR. You are here.
Yes, we've established this.
No, we established something different. We established SCP-101, you are here. This one has the addition of FR, you are here. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what are we
So
left with?
we're left with this frickin' D&D monster thingy mimic instead
The
of
mimic.
and a D&D mimic instead of what we actually wanted, which was the most meta of the ones.
Well, you done fucked up.
Wow, Lou, I can't believe you done fucked up.
I did this twice. This is twice that. Well, this is twice that this happened. At least it wasn't in this stream the last time.
Legend.
Yeah, but anyways.
Legends never.
But anyways, we'll just move on to the next thing because you always keep a trick up your sleeve. So let's move on to the last stop in our road, and that is the things Dr. Bright is not allowed to do at the Foundation.
Oh my god.
Didn't we read that already?
No, we did some of it, and we'll continue
Oh
off
my
where we
God.
left off. Revised
I will
list.
choke you to death.
Please note, no more additions are being allowed. So I think we read to about 30.
Oh, dang.
I haven't been here for this. Why is
I
Yvette
was.
so upset?
I was there. I was just fucking. I'm gonna.
Yes.
Why is Yvette so upset? I'm excited.
Number 30. There is no
Number
ethics
15.
committee. Sub 1. And even if there was, does anyone believe Dr. Bright would be on it? Number 2. As anything other than a what not to do. 31. No longer allowed to make up Jodies for morning calisthenics. -1. Yes, this includes the Mickey Mouse Club song. 32. Dr. Bright is not allowed to apply SCP-963 to any major political figures. Again. 33. Dr. Bright is not from an alternate timeline. -1. Dr. Bright cannot issue orders to preserve the timeline. -2. Or to corrupt the timeline. -3. Or to screw with those history nerds. Yes. So now that we have that established, so we're on 34. We're on Rule 34. Yes. So we got so unfortunately Raptor dropped out a little while ago, but it's fine. Yvette, are you looking at the stream or are you just laying down in your...
I am dying.
Okay.
Oh, no. Please don't die.
Okay, so instead, Gabby and
Yes.
Ginger,
Yes.
we like to take turns reading.
Sure.
Okay, well,
Sure.
we are currently on Rule 34. I will start us off. Dr. Bright is not allowed to challenge anyone to a duel and then give them SCP-572.
35. Dr. Bright is not allowed near SCP-5555J in any way or any excuse. Remember what the... Does it say the other version? It's a bit obscure.
Well, sorry, the miniature version did to Dr.
Okay. Remember what the miniature version did to Dr.
Dr. Clef and Dr. Bright are not allowed to interact without the presence of a responsible administrator. 1. Dr. Conrad does not count as a responsible administrator. 2. Nor does it Agent Strivanov. 3. Or Dr. Mann. 4. In fact, let's just keep the two of them apart. Period.
Number 37. Chainsaws are not the solution to every question.
Yeah, they are.
Sub 1. Nor is more chainsaws. -2, or chainsaw cannons.
Who's the fucking dumb bitch who wrote this?
Sub 2-1, except for that one time. And yes, it was awesome.
Okay. Number 38. SCP speed dating never happened. Anyone who claims to remember such an event should report to Site Command for administration of Class A amnesiac. God.
39. Dr. Bright is not allowed to use any SCP to alter or affect the outcomes of any reality-based television shows, including, but not limited to, Survivor, Big Brother, Hell's Kitchen, American Idol, That Part's Obscured.
Oh. Or any dating show on VH1.
Or any dating show on VH1. Sub 1. Not even if Dr. Wrights asked nicely.
Number 40. Dr. Bright is not allowed to administer spankings to Dr. Wrights' punishment, as it only causes more rules to be broken. Sub 1. No, it doesn't matter that they are both consenting adults, no matter how much either of them argue likewise. Number 2. Sub 2. Dr. Wrights is not allowed to spank the monkey. Sub 3. Nor is she allowed to shock the monkey. Number 4. Or anything else related to the monkey. And let's just, while we wait up, I'll do another. Number 41. SCP-082 is not to be given song requests, especially Like a Virgin.
It's currently catching up.
42. Accidentally spilling green gelatin on a dead body in the presence of the O5 was funny exactly once, and the smell of excrement exuding from O5-2's khakis spoiled the moment.
43. Dr. Bright is no longer allowed to utter the phrase, more than 1,000 babies, in the presence of any SCP personnel.
44. Nothing in the Foundation is rated over 9,000.
Oh my god.
45. Stop posting classification information on 4chan.
46. No using SCP-705 for personal gain. 1. Or to plant monitoring equipment. 2. And absolutely no giving them tons of extra Play-Doh just to see what they can make. That mecha was damned annoying.
47. If it involves doing something wrong, it isn't right.
48. If it involves something right, you did it wrong.
Hold on.
49.
49. If Dr. Bright has to ask, it's above his clearance level. 1. If it's above Bright's security clearance, run.
50. Dr. Bright is not allowed to declare war on any country, thing, or person.
51. Foundation credit cards or expense accounts are not to be used to purchase pornography. -1. Not even anomalous pornography.
52. Dr. Bright is not a marital aide and cannot refer to himself as such, especially on official documents.
53. Dr. Bright is not the Lord of Raleigh Bite. Subnote 1. And is hereby banned from playing Dungeons & Dragons, making use of SCPs to simulate real danger.
54. Dr. Bright is not allowed to go to fan conventions. Sub 1. Let alone use them as recruitment drives. Sub 2. Especially not at furry conventions.
Oh my god.
Just 55. When writing a report, more detail is expected than object class getter, special containment procedures, data expunged, description, data expunged. 1. And inventing new security clearances just so nobody can see what you've written is also considered poor form.
56. Showing Monty Python episodes to SCP-2339 was not a wise decision. Please never try this with any other reality warping SCP.
57. For the Emperor is not an acceptable justification for any decision.
Let me just... 58. My evil twin did it is no longer considered a viable excuse. 1. Nor is my good twin did it, considering the implications.
59. 59.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
Sorry. Yes, forum trolls are annoying. No, they don't automatically become D-class personnel.
60. Not allowed to lace orgasm muffins with X-lax. Again. Just wait a second.
It's
I know.
cut
I'll
off
go.
there.
Number 61. Dr. Bright is not allowed to send emails with memetic hazards attached. Sub 1. Not even when replying to spam.
Yeah, it still hasn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's there. 62. You gotta look up.
Oh, now it's
Yeah.
Cool.
There we go.
62.
Okay, 62. The ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny is not grounds to pit more than 15 combative SCPs, including SCP-682 and Able, against each other. 1. Weeding out some of these angsty teens with attitude problems, however, is. 2. Dr. Bright is not allowed to administer free hugs.
63. Not allowed to kick SCP-2558. Subnote 1. Not allowed to play any type of ball game with SCP-2558.
Just because Gabby cut out for a moment there, not allowed to kick SCP-255-258-J. Not allowed to play dodgeball with SCP-2558-J. Crossed out. Not allowed to play any type of ball game with SCP-255-8. 64. Any proposal which includes the phrase metric fuckload is straight out denied.
65. Instances of SCP-2558-J EX are not to be spooked when being held by members of O5. No instances of SCP-2558-J should be anywhere near an O5, let alone SCP-2558-J-EX.
Now, we're going to take turns with this one. This is quite a couple of subs. So I'll just start us off. Number 66. The Foundation motto is secure, contain, protect, not any of the following. Sub 1. Stab carrion powerfully.
Sub 2. Let's use it on 682.
Sub 3. Throw the cheese!
Sub 4. That's it. You're on Keter duty.
Sub 5. Can we put it in 914?
Sub 6. Blood makes the grass grow. Kill, kill, kill.
Sub 7. Fuck trees, I climb clouds, motherfucker.
Sub 8. Someone is getting stabbed. 1. But some days it should be.
Sub 9. Whose hand is that?
Sub 10. If all else fails, poop on it.
Sub 11. If all else fails, there's always the sun.
Sub 12. We need bigger kittens.
Sub 13, Society of Creepy Perverts.
Sub 14. Fuck death, war, famine, and pestilence. We've got Clef, Gears, Kondraki, and Bright.
Sub 15. Throw Class D until it stops. Throw D class at it until it stops. Wow, that sucked.
16, 447 dead bodies. Two great tastes that taste great together.
Sub 17. The FBI are a bunch of pansies.
Sub 18. Who wants to see what I can make the president do in public?
Sub 19, For the Horde!
Sub 20. Science for the Science God.
Oh, shit.
Sub 21. Make sure to wipe your feet on 2558.
Sub 21. Make sure to... Oh, Sub 22. When in doubt, feed it to 682.
Sub 23. Slapstick, clowns, and puns.
Sub 24. Drop the blanket now!
Sub 25. Seduction, coitus, and pregnancy.
Sub 26. We always need more DACA.
Reference
Sub
to Warhammer.
27. Sub 27. Still alive and found the cake.
Sub
Hey.
28. Yeah. Sub number 26 is a reference to Warhammer, which is you can imagine that it's like Lord of the Rings, but a lot bloodier.
Ah.
And the orcs talk like this, and they all shit. Nah, I can't do it. But they talk like British soccer hooligans.
Ah.
Number 28. Don't worry, 05 won't ever figure it out.
Sub 29. Will it blend?
Sub 30. Commies love us.
Sub 31. Snap, crackle, and pop. It's SCP.
Yeah, it is. Oh my god. Rice Krispies SCP when?
The will it blend?
I think we're on Gabby now.
Oh yeah, okay.
67.
67. Dr. Bright is no longer allowed to play Hippocratic Oath Chicken with the medical staff.
68. A full minute of stunned silence means, my god, what did you do? Not, please continue.
Sub 69. Nice. Pranks placed into new staff's desks are not funny because they liquefied in record time.
70?
Oh,
Yeah.
70. The number was covered, so I thought it was the same.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Attempts to use Foundation radio telescopes to contact
Omniscient?
omniscient and omnipotent extraterrestrial entities will result in a bill for any damage to local space-time, including the cost of demolishing objects to dwarf planet status.
Oh boy.
Number 71. Despite his doctoral degree, Dr. Bright is not allowed to prescribe or administer any of the following. 1. Enemas. Dash 2. Homeopathic remedies. Sub 3. Any sort of medication. Sub 4. Free hugs. Sub 5. The healing power of laughter. Sub 6. Healing, sexual healing. And sub 7. More cowbell. 72.
Yep. Sub 72. Dr. Bright is no longer allowed to offer the solution of use more guns to any problem. Sub 1, or get bigger guns.
73. Despite what he may say, and any evidence, no matter how plausible, The SCP Foundation has never and will never be associated with the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and
Susan Wojcicki!
I'm having a stroke. Witchcraft and wizardry. And regardless of what Dr. Bright might say, he is not, and I quote, a real-life wizarding tutor. Sub 1, nor is he a vampire. That was body glitter and bad acting. Sub 2, and despite what the computer file on him may say, he is not Muad'Dib. The spice can flow just fine without him.
The spice melange. Like 3 people in the future of watching this will get that. 74. The Tamlin House School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is just a plain bad idea.
75. Yes, empirical evidence is the foundation of science. Yes, blind faith is the depth of reason. No, this does not logically imply that anyone is ethically obligated to demonstrate the existence of breasts under laboratory conditions.
What? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, you
Yes.
did.
Yeah, you did.
76. If Dr. Bright is ever found under the influence of any recreational substance, he must immediately be contained under level 15 containment. If you want to know why, please refer to the security tapes for between the hours of and PM. Subnote 1. If Dr. Bright is found deliberately getting high to get out of paperwork, he is to be placed in a Type 4 cell and hosed down with cold water from a pressurized hose for no less than 5 minutes. Maybe this will teach you that drugs are bad, okay?
It puts the soap in the basket, or else it gets the hose again. Silence of the Lambs reference. 77. Cthulhu and Roulier.
Oh my god.
Cthulhu and Roulier are not valid reasons to send to Pandora's box, and it's time to end. See ya.
No.
All right.
Alright, yeah. Anyways, thanks for coming over, and